Oh my god. Is so bad. It's the only thing I've got though. I guess I'll make it work. Can I beat a Pokemon Black Hardcore Nuzlocke using only E Pokémon? I mean, we've got some powerhouses, but our early game encounters aren't looking too good. In a Hardcore Nuzlocke, once a Pokemon faints, it's dead forever, you can't use healing items in battle, and you can overlevel the next gym leader's ace Pokemon. More detailed rules are in the description down below. Before we get started, did you know that almost 30% of viewers aren't subscribed? Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Just for transparency, I do use rare candies in all my runs just to speed up grinding. Unova is an amazing region, and some of my favorite Pokemon debuted here. But in terms of early game encounters, yeah, we're kind of struggling a little bit. This problem did get fixed in the sequels, but for right now, we're in a little bit of trouble. Since we don't have an eligible encounter until after the first gym, I used the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to change Tepig into an Elgyem named Eugene, who's going to be our starter. I chose to swap out Tepig for two reasons. First, Emboar would have been an eligible encounter, so I traded a team member down the road for one at the beginning. That felt like a fair trade to me. And second, if I swapped another starter, it would have given us a super effective matchup into Pignite and Emboar for the rival fights during the mid game. That being said, only having Eugene as our starter presents some interesting problems. The only attacking moves Eugene gets are Confusion and Psybeam, meaning we can't do any damage to Purloin, which there are a lot of in the early game of Black and White. The only way to get around this is to let Eugene run out of PP on his moves and struggle our way out of it. We beat N using Struggle and then save 2 Confusion PPs for Charon's Oshawott and then barely KO's Purloin with Struggle. When I was wasting PP against wild Pokemon, before taking on Waitress Tia and her Purloin inside the first gym, I realized what Miracle Eye actually did, and I almost actually scrapped the entire run because I was so mad at myself. But after walking away for a little bit, I came back and decided to head inside the Straton City gym to take on Cress and his, water types? Cress leads with Lillipup and I lead with Eugene. Since Lillipup has pretty low special defense, and Eugene has a respectable 75 special attack stat, a single stab Psybeam can pretty easily take down Cress's lead Pokemon. Second out and last for Cress is Panpour. A critical hit Water Gun doesn't even do half of Eugene's HP, as a Psybeam brings Panpour into the yellow. From there, Eugene can take one more Water Gun before firing off a second Psybeam for the KO. We grab our first gym badge of the run, the Trio badge, and the TM for workup. Right when we walk out of the gym, Fennel meets us and gives us two things, the HM for cut and a quest to secure the Dream Mist. Normally, I don't care about this and I'd skip right over this, but in today's run, it is crucial to be able to move forwards. Once Fennel gets the Dream Radar, we're able to access the Dream World. Here, we can access some Pokemon we normally can't get in a traditional Unova playthrough. One of those Pokemon is Execute, who we catch and name Erica. Erica comes with her hidden ability Harvest, which gives you a 50% chance to restore a berry that's been used. It's a super good ability, especially for stalling with Leech Seed and for reusing Natural Gift, both of which Erica conveniently has access to. With our two Psychic types, we can clear through Team Plasma in the Wellspring Cave and make our way to Nacrene City. This is where we face our first major problem, Lenora. Both of Lenora's Pokemon are evolved with solid attack stats and super effective Crunch. We're going to need to rely on some stall and probably some luck to pull this one off. Lenora leads with Herdier and I lead with Erica in her video debut. A takedown does just less than half to Erica as she sets up a Reflect to double her defense. Another takedown brings Erica to 18 HP just before her Oranberry as she lands a Leech Seed, beginning the stall strats. Erica's Harvest activates, giving her another held Oranberry for recovery later on. Another takedown brings Erica back to the yellow again before her second Oranberry as she misses a Hypnosis. Erica continues to stall with Reflect setups, Harvest Berry recovery, and Hypnosis until Herdier finally goes down to a Bullet Seed. Lenora's got one Pokemon left and it's her Watchog with stab boosted Retaliate. Thankfully, it doesn't go for either, as both Watchog and Erica both miss a Hypnosis. A Crunch does solid damage to Erica before some more Oranberry recovery, as our second Hypnosis actually connects, putting Watchog to sleep. This is where we're going to need some luck. Erica sets up a Reflect again on Watchog's guaranteed turn of sleep. Watchog stays asleep on the next turn, letting Erica get off a free Leech Seed, hopefully beginning the stall. We get a lucky third turn of sleep, which is fantastic, as a Bullet Seed connects for 4 hits for a little bit less than half. We're in a good spot now, so when Watchog wakes up and misses another Hypnosis, we've basically sealed the deal. Even though our Bullet Seed only hits twice, Watchog is now in the red, one turn away from going down. Lenora doesn't even try to win it, going for a Leer as Erica finishes off her ace with another Bullet Seed. Somehow, we've gotten our second gym badge, the basic badge, and the TM for Retaliate. With 2 badges under our belt, we head to the Pinwheel Forest to stop Team Plasma from stealing the wrong thing from the museum. Seriously guys, a Dragonite skull? You can go get an alive one from Kanto if you really want one. We grab the TM for Grass Knot, return the skull, and make our way to the Sky Arrow Bridge, which is our gateway to Castelia City. We help Bianca get her Muna back, and now it's time for the second big hurdle of the run. Berg's team is a nightmare. Eugene is weak to bug types and Erica is quad weak to them. To make matters worse, Berg's signature move, Struggle Bug, lowers special attack by 1 stage, giving both of our special attackers a handicap. The strategy I came up with isn't foolproof and it'll require some work. First, we need to outspeed Whirlipede, which shouldn't be too hard, but base 47 speed looked great compared to Eugene's 30. We're gonna need about 100 speed EVs from Purloins on Route 2. The other problem is special attack. There's no real source of special attack EVs until the late game of Pokemon Black. So full disclosure, I did soft reset the beginning of the game until I got an Elgyem with 2 things. A solid special attack IV and a hidden power Fire. Without these 2 things, Berg is literally impossible. I also needed a Fire Gem thanks to Struggle Bug dropping our special attack during the battle, but we can pretty easily farm those in Wellspring Cave. With all those things out of the way, we head inside the gym to challenge Berg and his bug types to battle. Berg leads with Whirlipede and I lead with Eugene. My calcs were correct, so we can outspeed and KO Berg's lead with a single super effective stab Psybeam. Second up is Dwebble. Now, I want Erica to deal with this one since grass is neutral and I want a bunch of HP on Eugene to prevent a crit from ending the run. Erica does get hit by a sand attack switching in, but we found a grass gem while grinding dust clouds and I threw it on Erica, hoping for a quick KO. But we do just miss it with a grass knot as Struggle Bug from Dwebble does big damage with a crit. I know Berg is going to heal, so Erica goes for a Leech Seed, which connects for some passive recovery. With Leech Seed up, I feel better about Eugene being in, so I bring him in as a Struggle Bug hits for a quarter and lowers our special attack. A Psybeam doesn't come close to the KO, as a sand attack makes me very stressed about hitting our hidden power later. I swap into Erica to shake the accuracy drop, as Berg heals again with another Hyper Potion. I switch back to Eugene on another Struggle Bug, keeping him at -1 special attack. Another Psybeam doesn't get the KO again, but it does get the Confusion, which prevents Eugene from getting his special attack dropped again, as Dwebble hits itself in Confusion and then the Leech Seed damage finishes it off. Everything is within expectations as Berg's ace Leavanny comes out last. It protects on the first turn, which almost gave me a heart attack because if that wasted our gem, it was game over. It didn't, thankfully, so on the next turn, Eugene can tank a Razor Leaf for less than half and hit a 4x super effective Fire Gem boosted hidden power for the clean one-shot KO. With that, we've cleared our biggest hurdle yet, taking down Berg and getting the Insect badge in the process. With Berg out of the way, we can take down Bianca and Charon on Route 4, grab the TM for Dig that we can't use, and arrive in Umbasa City, home of the 4th gym and all the TMs I wanted when I was trying to plan for Berg. We can pick up Protect, Light Screen, Reflect, and Thunder Wave here, and since TMs are reusable in Gen 5, we can cycle them out as needed. For example, when we reject N's Confession after a Ferris wheel ride, Erica has Reflect to help with the physical damage, while for Elisa, she could run Light Screen for some special electric type attacks. Speaking of electric types, it's time to add a new member to the team. In the shaking grass of the Losthorn Forest, we can catch a Molga, who I name Evan. Evan isn't the bulkiest Pokemon around, but with great speed, he'll be an amazing mixed attacker for the team. With Evan on the team, we can hop on some roller coasters and take on Elisa and her electric types. Elisa leads with her own Emolga, and I lead with Evan. Since Evan is a higher level, he can outspeed and use a Thunder Wave to paralyze Elisa's Emolga, as it Volt Switches into her second Emolga. I want to paralyze this one too, so another Thunder Wave connects as the second one Volt Switches right back into the first one. There's a lot of Emolgas on screen, I know. The move Electro Ball does more damage the faster you are than your opponent, so since Elisa's Emolgas are paralyzed, Electro Ball has effectively 150 base power. So after some healing from Elisa, her 2 Flying Squirrels go down to my 1 Flying Squirrel. Take that. Elisa's last Pokemon is her Zebstrika. I swap into Erica, who takes a Resisted Spark coming in for some light damage. Erica is running Reflect for this battle since Zebstrika is primarily a physical attacker. so she sets it up after tanking a couple sparks thanks to paralysis. This is where Erica's famous stall begins. Her harvest ability activates 3 times, giving her plenty of recovery while Zebstrika gets chipped down by Leech Seed, poison damage, and returns from Erica. Once Zebstrika goes down, Elisa admits defeat, and that wins us our 4th gym battle. We get the Volt badge and the TM for Volt Switch, which will be great for Evan. We're halfway down our gym challenge, so of course we have to do the most iconic thing in the Pokemon franchise. Perform some father-daughter therapy. After beating up Cheren again, we can cross the Driftvale drawbridge and arrive in, you guessed it, Driftvale City. We meet Clay on the bridge, who pawns his work onto us, sending us to take down Team Plasma in the cold storage. We breeze past them, and before heading back to challenge Clay, we grab the Expert Belt and the Rocky Helmet, 2 super useful items for later on. After returning the Prisoners of War, Jesus, this game is dark, we can head inside the gym to challenge Clay and his ground types. Clay leads with Krokorok and I lead with Erica. A super effective crunch brings Erica to about half HP, but it does activate her held Rocky Helmet. That chip damage lets us get a quick KO with a single Grass Knot. Second out for Clay is his ace, Excadrill. A Rock Slide connects and brings Erica to 20 HP as she sets up Reflect to double our team's defense. With that boost, she can survive a non-crit Rock Slide on the next turn, but she does flinch, so we can't set up a Leech Seed. That's okay, so I swap into Eugene on another Rock Slide for some okay damage. Since Eugene still has super effective hidden power fire, an Expert Belt can boost the super effective damage, so after Excadrill sets up a Hone Claws, a hidden power brings it into the yellow. A slash from Excadrill only brings Eugene to 43 HP, so he can freely KO with a second hidden power. Last up for Clay is Palpitoad. It sets up an Aqua Ring for some passive recovery, as a Psybeam doesn't even do over half. A Muddy Water connects onto Eugene, bringing him to just 12 HP, as a Psybeam can't get the KO, leaving Palpitoad in the red. Since Clay is gonna heal, I swap into Evan for free. Palpitoad doesn't have any rock moves to threaten Evan with, so since we're not in any real danger, Evan can take down Palpitoad with a couple of acrobatics. With that, we've taken down Clay and won our 5th gym battle of the run, and gotten the Quick Badge in the process. Clay tells us to meet him at the entrance to Chargestone Cave, but before we do that, we can add some new team members. After beating up Bianca, we can catch a Carablast named Elle on Route 6. She can't join the team just yet thanks to its special evolution method, but we do have someone who can. While farming gems for the fight against Berg, we caught a Drillbur who I named Eleanor in the Wellspring Cave. At level 31, Eleanor evolves into an Excadrill, who's probably like one of the top 5 best Pokemon in all of Unova. She's going to be super important to the team. Once we're inside Chargestone Cave, we can also catch a Tynamo named Eva. We can't use her until level 38 when she evolves, so for now, she's going to be sitting in the box. We beat up a heartbroken N who really needs to get over this rejection, and arrive in Mistralton City, home of the 6th gym. We can't take on the gym just yet, as we've got to go find Skyla at the Celestial Tower. I don't really remember the reason why we have to do that, but we climb up, ring the bell, and immediately fly back to the gym so we can beat up Skyla and her flying types. Skyla leads with Swoobat, and I lead with Evan. To secure the KO with Electro Ball, Evan hits a Thunder Wave to paralyze Swoobat as it uses an Amnesia to boost its special defense. Now with Electro Ball at 150 base power, we can cleanly KO Skyla's lead in one shot. Second out is Unfezant. We go for the same strategy as a Thunder Wave paralyzes Unfezant. As it hits a Leer, Unfezant gets a shot in before going down with a quick that could have been bad. Anyways, Electro Ball gets the one-shot KO, leaving Skyla with only one team member left. Her ace, Swanna, comes out last. Even though we've only got 10 HP left, Evan can stay in and outspeed to KO Swanna with a 4x super effective stab Electro Ball. With that, we've secured our first easy gym battle of the run and gotten the Jet Badge from Skyla. With only 2 badges to go, we can head to Twist Mountain, where Cheren is waiting to get beat up by us again, like the sadist that he is. Alder gives us Surf, which I can't teach to anyone, but hey, it's the thought that counts. During our journey through Twist Mountain, Eva evolves into an Electric, making her eligible to join the team. Our team is really lacking coverage, but we've got some heavy hitters that'll hopefully make up for it. We finally arrive in Icyris City, home of the 7th gym and the key to our final encounter. In the Moor of Icyris, we can catch a Shelmet that won't be used in battle at all. Why am I doing this? Well, Carablast and Shelmet only evolve when they're traded for each other. The problem is that Pokemon Black came out in like 2011, so trading is off the table. Thanks to the Universal Pokemon Randomizer, making trade evolutions possible, all we need to do is level up Elle with Shelmet in our party, and she evolves into our final team member, an Escavalier. Her part steel typing is going to be crucial for us, since it's time to enter Bryson's cave to challenge him and his ice types to battle. Bryson leads with Vanillish, and I lead with Elle. An Acid Armor boosts Vanillish's defense to +2, so an Iron Head from Elle can't secure the one-shot KO. Bryson heals, and I use a Slash to make sure another Iron Head will KO. A Frost Breath that always crits does very little damage to Elle, as an Iron Head secures the KO on Bryson's lead Pokemon. Out second is Beartic. An Icicle Crash doesn't threaten Elle at all, so she can tank one and get a clean one-shot with another Iron Head. Last up for Bryson is Cryogonal. An Aurora Beam gets the 10% attack drop, but even at -1 attack, an Iron Head from Elle can cleanly KO Bryson's last Pokemon. With that, we've won our 7th gym battle of the run, we got the Freeze badge, and we can get the TM for Frost Breath. With one badge to go, the Black and White story picks up a little bit. We traverse through Dragon Spiral Tower so that N can act like a visual novel love interest, and then head back to the Relic Castle to scare the sages back to their castle. During all this running around, Eva evolves into an Electros with help from a Thunderstone. With their plans on hold until the end of the game, we can cross the Two Blind Bridge and get to Opelucid City, home of the 8th and final gym. Without the existence of fairy types yet, dragon gyms are always a big hurdle to get over, especially without an ice type or a water type that can learn ice moves. We've got a few powerhouses on the team, so I think we'll find a way through it. With our team at the level cap of 43, I head inside the gym to take on Drayden and his dragon types. Drayden leads with Fracture, and I lead with Eleanor. Fracture isn't a bad Pokemon, I used it in my Pokemon YF only video, but compared to Dredagon and Haxorus, it's definitely a tier behind. The AI also knows this, so it always tries to set up with Dragon Dances to compensate for its bad stats. We can take advantage of this, so a +4 Stab Earthquake can cleanly take out Fracture. Don't feel bad for Fracture though, since Dredagon and Haxorus both get outsped and one-shot by +4 Earthquakes from Eleanor. With that, Drayden has no Pokemon left, and we've won our easiest gym battle of the run. That might be the easiest Drayden fight I've ever had actually. We get the Legend badge from Drayden, and we've officially collected all 8 badges. With the Unova League badges in our case, we can make our way to Victory Road. We fight Charon one last time, which is always anticlimactic thanks to the size of his team, and we grab some useful items along the way, like the Dragon Claw and Wild Charge TMs. With a team made up of Eugene the LGM, Erica the Executor, Evan the Emolga, Eleanor the Excadrill, Eva the Electros, and Elle the Escavalier, we enter the Elite Four and continue our journey to become champion. The first member of the Elite Four is Caitlin and her Psychic types. She leads with Breuniclus, and I lead with Elle. A Focus Blast actually connects, bringing Elle down to around half HP, as a super effective X-Scissor gets the one-shot KO. Second up is Caitlin's ace, Gothitelle. A Thunderbolt connects and would have killed if it crit, but another super effective X-Scissor from Elle can get another one-shot KO. Sigilyph comes out third. Elle is a little too low to stay in now, so I swap to Eva, who dodges an Air Slash coming in. A Psychic on the next turn, holy shit, 6 HP. A Stab super effective Thunderbolt can secure another one-shot on Sigilyph. Last up for Caitlin is her Musharna. I swap into Eleanor as a resisted Shadow Ball does light damage coming in. Eleanor has super effective Shadow Claw, which gets a critical hit and finishes off this battle with the 4th out of 4 one-shot KOs. That's Caitlin defeated, and we've got one Elite Four battle under our belt. I decide to head into the ring to take on Marshall second. He leads with Throw, and I lead with Eugene. I set up a Calm Mind to boost our special stats, as a Bulldoze from Throw not only gets a crit, but it lowers our speed. Not starting out great. A Stone Edge leaves Eugene just above half, as a +1 Stab super effective Psychic gets the one-shot KO. Second out is Mienshao. A resisted Jump Kick brings Eugene to 40 HP, as a +1 Psychic can take down Eugene's second Pokemon of the battle. Third up for Marshall is the second Muppet, Sock. Eugene survives a Stone Edge on 6 HP and uses a Recover to get back above half. We trade like this again until Eugene is around 2/3. On the next turn, another Stone Edge brings Eugene under half, as Sock survives a Psychic on 1 HP thanks to Sturdy. Marshall heals on the next turn, so Eugene does the same, using another Recover to basically full HP. We trade another Psychic and Stone Edge, and then Marshall and I both take turns healing right after. Eventually, Eugene is able to take down Sock with just over half HP remaining, leaving us in good shape for the rest of the fight. Last out is Marshall's ace, Conkeldurr. A Stone Edge connects and looks like it would have killed if it crit, but it didn't, so Eugene can fire off one more Psychic for the one-shot KO. That completes Eugene's sweep of Marshall, and we've now got 2 Elite Four victories under our belt, but the most challenging battle isn't over yet. Yeah, it's not this one. We take on Chantal third. She leads with Cofagrigus and I lead with Eleanor. I set up a Swords Dance expecting a Will-O-Wisp, but I'm surprised by a Shadow Ball that crits and leaves Eleanor just above half. I guess my Raspberry was for nothing. A +2 super effective Shadow Claw can pretty easily take down Chantal's lead. Second up is her ace, Chandelure, as a super effective Shadow Claw strikes first. Hey look, my Raspberry wasn't useless. Third up is Golurk. Even this mountain of a Pokemon can't withstand a +2 Shadow Claw, especially after a critical hit. Last out for Chantal is her Jellicent. I used one of these in my first ever YouTube video, my Black 2 water only run, and I know for a fact these things aren't very physically bulky. One more Shadow Claw from Eleanor takes down Chantal's last Pokemon, securing us the battle. We've taken down 3 of 4 Elite Four members, and we left the hardest for last. We head up the stairs to challenge Grimsley and his Dark types for the chance to challenge the champion. He leads with Scrafty and I lead with Eva. Scrafty outspeeds and gets off a sand attack to lower Eva's accuracy, but thankfully, she still lands the itemless boosted acrobatics for the one-shot KO. Crocodile comes out second, and this is a good spot for us. I bring in Erica, who takes more than I wanted from a foul play, but thanks to a Citrus Berry plus Harvest activating giving us some more recovery, she can survive a non-critical hit. A second foul play brings Erica to just 7 HP before she can get a Reflect Up. I swap to L now on a resisted crunch that does 9 damage. Thanks to Reflect, Earthquake does almost nothing now, as a follow-up super effective X-Scissor can take down Crocodile. Third up for Grimsley is Liepard. A Fake Out gets Liepard some free chip as L flinches, making her unable to attack. An Aerial Ace does some light damage on the next turn, as L can connect with an X-Scissor for the clean one-shot KO. Last up is Grimsley's ace, Bisharp. An Aerial Ace does okay damage as a 4-time super effective reversal doesn't get the KO. I was sure that was going to kill. Whatever. An X-Scissor connects after Grimsley heals, bringing Bisharp to just above half. After taking one more Aerial Ace, this time, Reversal can secure the KO, taking down Grimsley's last Pokemon and winning us the final battle of the Elite Four. Only one battle to go. With this hurdle overcome, we can finally go challenge Alder for the title of champion. Oh, well. I guess we didn't save the world before the Pokemon League, and that's kind of a rookie mistake. We head through N's castle and meet him for one last confrontation. We catch Reshiram, but don't add it to the team, as N challenges us to battle. N leads with Zekrom, and I lead with Eleanor. She resists all of Zekrom's moves, so it sets up a light screen as an Earthquake just misses the KO. N uses his full restore, and Eleanor comes in clutch, hitting the range this time and taking down N's legendary Pokemon. Second out is Klinklang? Wait a second. Klinklang doesn't have a super effective move here. Why send this out? This makes me think that this is actually Zoroark using its illusion ability. I swap into Evan on what should be a Focus Blast, and it is. I encore it into Focus Blast, which gives us a good chance at getting some misses. One does connect on this turn though, activating Evan's Citrus Berry. Now that Evan's not holding anything, on the next turn, an Acrobatics can do over half and breaks Zoroark's disguise, as a Focus Blast does what it does best, misses. One more Acrobatics from Evan can take down N's second Pokemon. Third up is Vanillux with super effective Blizzard. This thing can't even scratch L, as a Blizzard connects on the switch for light damage. Since it doesn't see the kill, it sets up the Hail, and a super effective Stab Ironhead can get the one-shot KO. Fourth up is Caracosta with Sturdy. Thanks to its own teammate, Sturdy is going to break after the Hail Chip, meaning I can swap into Eleanor on a Stone Edge without worried about getting punished on the next turn. A super effective Stab Earthquake can get the one-shot KO without worrying about retaliation, leaving N with only 2 Pokemon left. He brings out the real Klinklang 5th. Thanks to it being a mono steel type, a single Earthquake can take care of it pretty easily. After a Metal Sound hits, N's last Pokemon is the second Unova fossil, Archeops. An Acrobatics actually does really big damage even though it's resisted, but it doesn't matter, since a super effective Rock Slide from Eleanor can finish off the battle. We've taken down N and we've officially beaten a Pokemon Black Hardcore Nuzlocke. Wait, why is Getsis here? Oh, Getsis challenges us right after beating N, meaning we can't change our team order or held items. He leads with Kofagrigus and I lead with Eleanor. A Shadow Claw does over half, as a Shadow Ball does pretty light damage in return without getting the special defense drop. It stalls a turn with Protect, but after that, one more Shadow Claw can take down Getsis' lead. Second out is his ace, Hydreigon. This should be a Focus Blast, so we're going to need to rely on the same strategy as earlier. I swap to Evan, who takes it fairly well. Since he outspeeds, he can Encore Hydreigon into a Focus Blast before getting hit to 44 HP. His job is done for now though, so I swap into L on a neutral Focus Blast for just less than half. Another one hits and leaves L with just 7 HP, but that's okay, since it activates her Swarm ability, meaning a single super effective Stab X-Scissor can bring down Kalos' Mighty Dragon. Electros comes out third with 4 times super effective Flamethrower. I have an answer for this though. Eva. I don't see her being super useful for the rest of the battle, so I'm more than happy to take the 1-for-1 trade even if she just gets some damage off. A Flamethrower brings Eva into Citrus Berry range as I go for a resisted Acrobatics because I forgot it was resisted. On the bright side, it did crit. Another Flamethrower brings Eva to 55 HP as I swap to using Crunches. I think Eva has done her job. I know I can KO with any other Pokemon, giving me the opportunity to bait something in after it. I bring in Eleanor. She hits a Rock Slide, which KOs Electros and more importantly, brings in Seismitoad. It brings in Bouffalant. I forgot this thing had Earthquake, and since it's before Seismitoad in a team order, it comes out next. That's okay, since Eleanor can set up a Swords Dance, as a non-stab Earthquake can't do that much damage. Holy shit. Well, Eleanor can outspeed and take down Bouffalant with a +2 Earthquake, so we're good. Seismitoad actually comes out next this time. I need Eleanor to outspeed and KO Bisharp in the back, so I swap into Eugene on a Muddy Water for less than half. It sets up the Rain as Eugene hits a Psychic for about a third. Another Muddy Water brings Eugene to just 6 HP, as another Psychic leaves Seismitoad in the yellow. Eugene just needed some chip and he's done his job. Thanks for everything, buddy. I bring Eleanor back in. At this HP, she can outspeed and finish off Seismitoad with an Earthquake. That only leaves one more Pokemon. Bisharp comes out last for Getsis. From here, Eleanor can outspeed and finish off Bisharp with a super effective Earthquake. That's Getsis defeated, and now I can finally say that we've beaten a Pokemon Black Hardcore Nuzlocke using only Pokemon whose names start with the letter E. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This was a really fun one. The early game took hours and hours of planning, so if you liked it, please hit that like button, share it with a friend, put it on your Tinder profile, go stand begging for money with it on a sign, do whatever with it, do something with it. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you can have so many perks, like spam notifications when I post polls on what run to do next. The last poll decided that I'll be doing a platinum run, so stay tuned for that one. Let me know in the comments if you got any ideas for more letter locks. I am really struggling with these letters. But with that being said, guys, I've been PomminPs, or P for short, and I'll see you next time.